his knee up to the side, he can like shin slice over all this stuff, and it's going to be very hard to hold on to him. And all my action, like none of my wrestle ups are going this way. Like I'm not going to wrestle up, none of my action goes this way. So when I'm in this sit-up guard, I'm bending everything towards this side. Because we have what we were doing before, when we have the lapel, where we can just kind of like fall on our side, knee him in the butt, and continue to follow him on the single leg. So just make sure that's happening. This knee has to bend towards the inside. And if you're shallow, you don't get this nice, you don't get the reinforcement of your whole arm and shoulder on the knee. So make sure you're grabbing all the way around. Once I get this lapel open, I'm going to feed it to my hand, and then my partner's just going to push my leg off and come into me. While we're here, I'm going to go foot on the hip. This other one's going to stay underneath his butt. We're going to practice because during the specific rounds, some of you guys were just like forgetting about this, but before we exchange this lapel grip to our right hand, we're going to practice just kicking our partner off and coming up on this single with the lapel grip before the transfer. Because that's a super easy way before we even do it, and if you can't pass for some reason, to just come up on the 2 points. So we're going to be playing the sit-up guard with either the lapel to begin with or the far side sleeve. I'm going to kick up. I keep my right foot where it is. I'm bending my right arm in. We're going to feed it to the lapel. Timur's going to push me back down. As I go back down, my left foot goes on his hip. I don't want to go toes. I want to play this like I play single leg X with the heel on the hip. So I can frame, I can push. Now I'm going to pull him in. I'm going to kick him off, and I'm going to wrestle up on my single leg. We're going to do that just as like the first warm-up before the grip transfer, okay? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Partner comes in, we get the foot on the hip. Remember, I don't want to come this way at all. And a couple of you guys, when I put my partner down to his knee, are sitting up like this to pass. Like this is no good, because he's just going to open his knee and slice out of this stuff. So you want to get used to passing it while you're on your side. So you sit up, I get him to a knee. When I'm on my side, I can use my feet to extend and even get a little bit more slack. So the right foot that's underneath his butt is going to go to the thigh, and I kick and pull. It keeps his knee going the way that I want, and then I just chop close to his leg to pass off. Now I have a good grip, his knee's going the way that I want. I have 2 frames and a free hand, and his leg's tied up. So we're chilling, we're good. Now we're just going to swing to the deep De La Riva. Top leg on the far side hip, bottom leg behind his knee. Now we're going to look for 2 different ways to sweep. One where I sweep him overhead, and I just continue the roll. And the other one where either he bails mid-roll and falls off to the side, I force him to the side, or I can't make the roll all the way. So this one, I have to scoop myself in. If you find yourself just using your hands and your arms to try and throw him over, you're not scooting in enough. So I got to scoot in. I take him overhead, and I continue the roll. I have this really nice lapel grip, which keeps him in the smash pass position, right? I take like a tight waist grip, I stay low, and we're good. We're just gonna hop off to the side because I have his leg blocked. So that's one way where we just continue the roll overhead. The second way is either the roll goes wrong, Timur kind of bails on the roll, or I just can't lift him overhead, right? So we pass. I go to deep De La Riva. Once we're here, I'm just going to kind of kick him off to the side. Now we have to get up, right? So I saw a couple of you guys struggling to get up because you're like using this free hand here, and you're like, eh. So my deep De La Riva leg is going to come out, and I'm going to use this hand to help push myself. I get to my elbow, back into the hip smash position. Once we're in the hip smash position, we're keeping pressure on this top leg. Tight waist grip, and we're just going to hop off. Right? So you use your free hand to help you get up into the position. So if you're struggling, you're probably not using this free hand to help you post and get back into the legs. So one more time, we'll do both of them again. We have a lapel, we kick out, we pass, my partner pushes into me. I use my legs to sit him down to a knee. Now my right foot goes on the thigh. I extend and pull. I chop and pass. Once we pass, we swing to the deep De La Riva. I pull my partner on top of me. We go for the roll. We maintain this tight waist grip. We're punching the lapel in. Hop off to the side. Or the second version, where something goes wrong with the roll, or I just kick him off to the side. Extend, pass, deep Del Hiva, falls off to the side. I come up to my elbow, I remove my deep Del Hiva. This other leg can stay where it is. I push, 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 push. Pin the legs, tight waist grip, pop off to the side. Cool. We'll practice both of those. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Before I pass to this hand, and we have the lapel on our left hand with the initial grip before the pass, I can start going shin to shin. And this is a really nice entry to get in underneath our partner with the lapel. So I go shin to shin, I lift, and I pull him into the single leg X position. Now we're underneath our partner, so if they're being a little bit more cagey, this is something you can look for before the pass. And we're chilling. We're good here. We could do a ton of stuff in here. We could just lift, come up on a really nice single. I could go to the deep Del Hiva, throw him overhead, get into like saddle stuff and reverse Del Hiva. Once we're underneath them, we can do a ton of stuff. You can mess around with whatever you know from there. I'm not going to get into that stuff so much, but the entry, it's before the pass. We sit up, we have the lapel, we sit down. We feel like this guy's not coming for it. So like I can't bump him and roll into the single. I'm just going to scoot back. I use my right leg to make space, so I'm tight. If I'm here, right, I don't have enough space. So I use my right foot to scoot back. I go shin to shin, I lift, and then I use my lapel grip to pull it towards my hip. Now we're in single leg X, or this modified single leg X. Instead of going here, I do like to maintain the post on the far side thigh, just so we can't scoot in too much, while like I decide on what I want to do from here. And if you want to let go of the lapel and just go into like ankle lock attacks and stuff like that, that's fine. You're already underneath your partner. Cool. So let's try that too. We can incorporate that into the specifics. 1, 2, 3.